All right, good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning, March 29th, day after my birthday, waking up next to my beautiful wife in Solvang, California. And along with having a room here at the Kronberg, we get a free breakfast, but don't expect a whole lot. They get their baked goods from Olson's Bakery, which is right down the street. And I'll show you what I got. So it looks like an apple Danish, and I'm assuming it's gonna be like a strawberry muffin. And I got a cup of coffee. That's pretty much what's down there. Talked to a couple of people down there, and they're staying here from Temecula, babe. And yeah, they're here for like a high school mountain bike race or competition or something like that. Yeah. So anyway, I was like, "How's the breakfast, guys?" And they're like, "It's there. Don't expect a whole lot." I was like, "Okay." But yeah, we're gonna start our day today. Probably get wifey some breakfast in town, and then we want to do the trolley, and then we want to do Ostrichland, since we found it yesterday. And also, staying here overnight is cool, but don't expect to have dinner in Solvang. Just drive, 2 miles down the road. It's a town called Buellton. And Buellton's where they have all the grocery stores. They have, we had Wingstop last night. They have a bunch of steak and seafood restaurants down there too. What else, babe?
Just the grocery
Store, Carl's, Jack in the Box, Panda Express. They had all that down there. So if you stay here in Solvang, cool. Just don't expect to have dinner in town. Town closes at 5. So it's almost like living in Salton City, except it's beautiful out here. It's not as desert and dusty in the desert. Emus givers! Emus givers!
Klappat hakten alla Fullfest hela dagen. Mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fullfest hela dagen. Små på stort, det har vi alltid gjort. Så det är fullfest hela dagen. Alla fullfest hela dagen. Mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fullfest hela dagen. Små på stort, det har vi alltid gjort. Så det magra och tjocka. Ska vara det bra, ja. Klappat hakten alla var dagen. Guldfest, guldfest hela dagen. Mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Guldfest, guldfest hela dagen. Stort, det har vi alltid gjort. Så det är kul att gå glad, ja. Stort, det har vi alltid gjort. Så det är guldfest, guldfest hela dagen.
Toppen utav toppen. Toppen utav toppen. Norrland går. Jag tyckte dig. Toppen utav toppen. Toppen utav toppen. Norrland går. Jag tyckte dig. Toppen utav toppen.
We're at the ostrich farm and Raymond is feeding an ostrich. It's a big creature. Oh my goodness, he's sizing you up. It's just a walking down the street singing do a dee 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 dum dee dee doo. Do 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 do. You go, me turn. Now it's my turn, your turn. My turn, your turn. My turn.
Thank you.
We're ready.
Hello from Solvang, California. Just kidding. I'm back in Indio. Thank you for watching to the end of part 2 here, where again we went through the trolley. The intention of the trolley is to give you a tour of Solvang. After walking around Solvang and not hitting the trolley beforehand, you kind of already get the glimpse of Solvang. Do you know what I mean? So if you were to take the trolley tour, do it before you do the whole walking around. My wife and I didn't, so alright. Then we hit the Ostrichland USA. That's the reason why you hear the Star Spangled Banner behind, because Ostrichland USA, where the ostrich runs freely. It was a good little time. I feel like the ostriches were already full, right? There was already, I think, 1:30, 2 o'clock when we went. I think they were full already, but the emus were eaten up like crazy. So it looked like the emus, or it might be like a rescue for ostriches and emus, because the emus, they look like they were missing feathers on their heads. And then you can see like the holes in their heads. Like, you can play it back and you can see, but I think that's where they hear. I'm hoping that's where they hear. There's a huge hole, like bullet holes. Anyway, and then we ended up going through Buellton, and we wanted to. We got gas. There's a USA gasoline station there, and it's the cheapest one of all the gas stations there. So we filled up, and then we kind of got lost, and then we ended up at the Firestone Walker Brewery. That's where you saw me having dinner. I had the 805 cerveza fish tacos. That's 805 beer, but it has the hint of lime in it, so they call it 805 cerveza. So they beer battered the fish with that beer, and then bomb. Just at a scale from 1 to 10, it was like a 23. And then my wife, of course, had the bear burger. And let me introduce you guys to this guy here. This is Chef Bryan Aceves. And I seen him walking. He actually walked up to my wife and, wanted to see if she wanted a refill on her cherry Diet Coke. And I was like, "Are you the chef?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Dude, that food was amazing. Amazing." He lit him up, he started talking about the food, everything else. I was like, I'm a fan of 805. I love drinking 805. I love Blue Moon. I love Fat Tire. So this is the reason why it was cool to eat here. And I mentioned it was my birthday the day prior, and he wanted to bring out a couple samples of the beer that Firestone Walker makes. So one of them is this Cali Squeeze Blood Orange. So he brought me a little sample of that, and then he brought me a sample of the Lemonade Rage, and then also the 805 cerveza. So he's like, out of the two, guys, since it's your birthday, it was your birthday yesterday, and looks at my wife and says, since it's your birthday in 9 days, April 8th, my wife's birthday, you guys choose which one, and I'll send you home with some beer. I was like, okay. And my wife already said she liked the blood orange, right? So then they gave us a whole 6-pack of blood orange, and then I said, well, if my wife likes that blood orange, I also like the lemonade. And so they didn't have it in a 6-pack, but they have it in a 32-ounce, 1 quart. And they had to fill it up. So as you can see here, Lemonade Rage, 8%. Turbo Rattler is what they call these things. A Turbo Rattler. And see here, it was filled on March 29th, 2025. So I just want to give a big, huge shout out to Chef Bryan Aceves. I think that's his name. I think I just pronounced that name. Y'all can tell me in the comments if I pronounce it correctly or incorrectly, whatever. But shout out to him. And shout out to Mariah, our server, and everybody at Firestone Walker. Shout out there, and sorry. Cheers, y'all. Whew. Anyway, so shout out to Chef Bryan, shout out to everybody at Firestone Walker. All right, y'all just know it as 805, and also I want to shout out everybody at Solvang Restaurant. We literally ate there Friday, and then Saturday, and then Sunday morning before we left. But stay tuned for part 3, because I do have part 3 coming up. It's going to be the overview of everything we did, and then of course our ride home. So stay tuned for part 3. But yeah. So boy King Churro, thank you for watching. Oh, before I finish that, shout out to Emiliano. Emiliano at Solvang Restaurant says he is my new follower here on YouTube, my new subscriber. So shout out Emiliano, Solvang Restaurant. He's a busboy over there. Really good service. Solvang Restaurant, the best able skivers all throughout Solvang. Able skivers. So boy King Churro, thank you for watching. Remember that you're loved, and remember to be great every day, because tomorrow is never promised. And again, like I said before, and every other time I've gone outside of this desert, go explore.
Every day you wake up, you got a decision to make. To go right or left, up or down, right or wrong. At the end of the day, you make the decision. Nobody forces you. So make the right decision. Make moves. Set the goal. Stop making excuses, man. And if it look like a duck, walk like a duck, and sound like a duck, it's a duck. Stop guessing. Just do the right thing. You heard? You hear me? I love y'all. Stay positive. Love one another.
All right.